Well, hey there people. Well, on today's video I'm going to attempt to make banana wine. It's my dad's recipe. The thing is, about 2 weeks before my dad passed away, I was talking to him on the phone and I asked him for his recipe. So I wrote it down real fast, like half-assedly, figuring he'd be around to help me out with it. By helping me out, we were supposed to do kind of a collab video. I'd be here at home making the wine and he'd be on the other line walking me through it. But anyway, obviously he can't and I can't, we can't do that. So in memory of my dad, I'm going to attempt this today. Alrighty then, this is what we're going to need. We're going to need 2 gallons of distilled water, 4 pounds of white sugar, a pot, a cup of tea, doesn't matter what kind of tea. I happen to be using blueberry tea. I doubled up on my bags. We're going to need some yeast, 8 grams, some grapes, an orange, and 10 pounds of banana. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash these bananas because I'm using the skin and everything, except for the end pieces and the labels, of course. But okay, let's get these washed. All right on. Well, we got the bananas all washed up. Now I'm just going to cut them up and throw them in the pot. So nothing fancy, I'm just going to cut them up in chunks like that. Well, I got my bananas all cut up in the pot. I just got to add my water. I forgot to mention, it's very important to disinfect everything that you're going to use. Like this pot's brand new. I disinfected it. Well, we'll get to this stuff later. Yeah. Okay, on that note, let's add the water. Well, after adding the water, well, now I got to pee. Well, the pee has nothing to do with the wine, but... Well, I got my water, I got my bananas. Now we want to put some heat to it. You don't want to boil this. In my dad's words, if you boil it, it's going to taste like shit. So what you want to do is you want to go on medium heat, and we're going to do that for 45 minutes to an hour. Alright, we'll check back soon. Well, my dad always said you can make wine out of almost anything. I showed him my crop of spaghetti squash. He says, make some wine out of that. So maybe next batch I'll make some spaghetti squash wine. So we're back here at the stove. I'm just going to give it a little stir. Give it a stir maybe every 10 minutes or so. Smelling really good. Smells like bananas for some reason. Very cool. Alright, we'll put the lid back on and check in 10 minutes. So I've been giving it a good stir every 10 minutes or so. See how it's starting to break down? Yeah. Okay, well, that's happening. I'll probably leave it on till 3:30, we'll say. While this was happening, I've been disinfecting. The next step, I'm going to need this bucket and strainer, because at 3:30, well, I'm going to shut everything down, let everything cool off, then I'm going to pour this through the strainer into the bucket. Alright, so it's been simmering for about an hour now. Oh man. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut everything off and let it cool down to about room temperature. So it's going to be quite a while. But in the meantime, I'm going to boil some water for my tea. The tea will go in later. I'll show you that step. Well, as you can see, it's a few hours later. All my bananas are gone to the bottom. It's still warm in there. We're going to dump this out into this pail here. I got my strainer already. It was a bit small for my pail, so I MacGyvered it, so that should be good. Alright, let's pour this into there. It's pretty thick. Well, I still have more to do, so I'll probably let that sit there for a bit and dribble for a while. I cut up my orange, I cleaned up my pot. Well, right on. Looks like we're pretty much done dripping. I'm just going to grab this and toss it. I'm going to pour the juice back into the pot here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a strainer and strain it back into the pot. Well, it looks like I made some fancy mud. Alright, now we can add the sugar. sure. I wasn't sure if I was recording there. Okay, you want to kind of slowly add your sugar, stirring. Make sure it's all dissolved in there. Okay, now I'm going to add the cup of tea. Stir that up a little bit. And now we're going to add our oranges. And our grapes. And for the magic, yeast time. Oh yeah, always make a mess somehow. And we're just going to sprinkle that on top. We're not going to blend it in. Not right now anyway. There we go. Well, what I'm going to do here is nothing. I'm going to let it sit. I'm just going to put the lid on for now. Right on. Well, anyway, it's going to sit in this pot for 7 to 10 days. I'm going to come look at it twice a day, give it a little stir twice a day for 7 to 10 days. Well, I used to have a hydrometer to measure the alcohol. My dad figures it'll be between 13 and 15% alcohol. But anyway, I will have to go out and buy myself a hydrometer. I'm not sure if the town of Leduc, if there's a wine store there or where I can find a hydrometer, but I'll find one. Well, I said I was going to check on it in the morning. It is the morning right now, but I mean, the last time we looked at it was an hour ago, but I'm going to cheat and have a little peek. Oh yeah, the yeast is working. Okay, we're going to leave that be till the other morning, like maybe 12 o'clock in the afternoon morning. Well, good afternoon. Well, it's the next day. Let's have a peek. Oh yeah, a lot of action in there. Okay, we're just going to give it a good little stir here. Listen to it. It's alive. The yeast is eating all the sugar. Well, anyway, it's going to stay in this pot, like I said, 7 to 10 days. And after that, I'm going to transfer it into that with the airlock. I'll strain it out one more time, like after the 7-10 days. Like before it goes into that, I'll strain it one more time, then put it in there, and we'll be another 7 to 10 days in this thing. Alright, so I'm going to close that up. And I'll be doing this twice a day for 7 to 10 days. Well, I was just checking in on my prison wine. It's pretty thick and cloudy. Well, it still has another week to go, so we'll check on that in a week. See how it tastes. Well, right on, people. Thanks a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys later.